Thank you. Hi. Welcome.
We have the right to be safe and play. Our hometown and land is where we stay.
No war, no hunger.
We want to be free.
No guns, one fist.
In good harmony.
I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for the children of the world, every boy and every girl, just for you. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for the children of the world, every boy and every girl, just for you.
Good afternoon, dear friends. I have a dream where every animal and child is safe from harm. That every cage, prison and tank in every zoo, circus and seaquarium is empty. That the cages in laboratories are empty. That farm animals are running free outside. I have a dream that children are safe from drugs, abuse and death. That children can play instead of work for money. I have a dream that babies will never be ripped away from their mothers anymore for milk or money. That slaughterhouses will be closed forever. I have a dream that every supermarket and restaurant will be cruelty-free. That the everlasting exploitation, experiment, imprisonment, torture and murder of animals will end. I have a dream where animals and children live in a world where finally everybody awoke and works united as one for a cruelty world for every earthling, every living sentient being. I have a dream, a vegan world, justice for animals and children, and mercy for the innocent animals on death row, walking the green mile every single day. Who am I? I'm just a simple singer with a mission, a songwriter, a coach, animal activist in the meantime, ambassador for children and for peace. I write and sing charity songs for animals and children and for peace, of course. Testify to Love was one of my songs that was a gift for the United Nations in 2013. I've been a vegetarian for a long time. I became vegan directly after finding out the truth about the dairy industry. Meat and dairy are extremely cruel, very unhealthy, and devastating for the environment. They contain pus, antibiotics, hormones and bacteria and more. How is it possible that people eat this and feed it to their children? How is it possible? The industries poison and brainwash us with lies, ads with happy dancing cows with earrings, and pigs and chickens singing and running around, and that's not the truth. And eating meat is tough and brave, but it's not. Children have the right to know the truth. It is all about upbringing, education, information and awareness. We must find a way together to break this circle and get through to children. They don't want to harm animals. They don't want to eat animals. They have the right to know what is in their food. And they should have the right to refuse to eat animals. We have two options. Either we start screaming louder together and accept responsibility as adult humans, or we keep on destroying and devouring everything beautiful and precious in this suffering planet, with as a result elephants, tigers and lions extinct, empty, dead oceans. A flat burned Amazon, clean water will be worth more than gold, and we probably won't be able to breathe within 25 years. What is Voices for Animals and Children? I can explain that very shortly to you. A foundation that is focused on educating children to eat healthy, what is in their food and what it does to the animals, environment and health. Change the world, start with children. So, what is our mission? Approaching schools worldwide, I'm working on that already, with our children's awareness program, school program, and involve parents, teachers and experts in the discussion why plant-based food for children. Schools that ditched fast food and unhealthy food can see the effects almost immediately. The school results go through the roof and the aggression drops practically to zero. We want the fast food advertisements, I know that's going to be hard, but we have to work for that one. We want the fast food advertisements gone from TV, cinemas and billboards. We did it with cigarettes and alcohol, so why not with fast food? Food centers and organizations must wake up and change and adapt their food pyramids. It's about time now. Zoos and circuses and all these animal prisons should be closed. Horrible, but very difficult, I know, but it must be workable. Or at least be prohibited for children. It is not educational, but it's damaging, very damaging. We live in an abnormal world where it is normal that dead animals lay everywhere. You look in shops, it's disgusting. So why this mission? Because we cannot go on like this, and we are all in this together. There are 5 reasons to become vegan. Personally, for me, it's animal cruelty, but we have 5 reasons. I'll tell them to you. Animal cruelty. 150 billion animals tortured, murdered, and chopped to pieces every year. Suffering, death, and cruelty on a plate. Incomprehensible. The environment. Meat and dairy industries are the biggest polluters. A vegan, I assume all of us, we can shower 2 weeks for one lousy steak. 51% or more of global greenhouse gas emissions are caused by animal agriculture. Health, that's important for children too, of course. Cancer, heart diseases, diabetes, obesity, etc., etc. Parents are worried that their children won't eat healthy and won't get enough vitamins and minerals when they don't eat meat. But allow them to eat fast food that is loaded with junk and antibiotics that destroys everything in their young bodies. I saw a documentary where parents in the UK give their kids takeaway fast food 3 times a day. I'm speechless. But okay. I saw a picture with a sign of McDonald's in a hospital. And it is this company that puts children in this hospital. Vitamin B12, the big question, and protein are the big worries. B12 comes from dirt and soil. Farm animals are inside and eat grains, so their meat does not even contain B12, unless added with supplements to their food. So we might as well take it ourselves and ditch the meat. Food distribution. 20,000 children die from hunger every single day, while 45% of the world's land is covered with livestock for meat we don't need and makes us sick. Well, from the crops grown to feed these poor animals, we could feed the whole world more than 10 times. It's so easy. Religion. I'm not religious, but still, I respect everybody that practices a religion in peace and respect for other religions. My religion is love and my heart is my church. How do we work? I'm an ambassadress for SPMUDA. That's a huge organization operating in 192 countries. We want to unite all the ambassadors, we're already doing that, to approach the schools in their country to work with us and our program and educate in healthy and cruelty-free food. It's already being done. Children, cute animals and music is also an ace. Look at this one. Look at Miyagi, he's a weapon for me in our mission. And we have several schools that want to join, work together with sister organizations and many children that eat plant-based already. And that group is growing. It's growing. We have only just begun. And I'm writing a book now out of the name of Miyagi, sorry. Miyagi. Miyagi says it is called. It's a book about his life and how he became vegan after being sick from dog food with animal protein. And now he's a happy, healthy, vegan doggy. So, a little brave doggy motivating children to eat plant-based and cruelty-free. In this book, pictures and drawings, information and recipes, nutritional information, vitamins and minerals, and I'm negotiating now with publishers in the USA to bring out the book and distribute it in the schools. How's the time? Okay. So, enough is enough, and where did we go wrong? We all know what makes this world go round. We're not crazy. It is time for a real change. Let's choose love, mercy, and compassion over power, money, and destruction and cruelty. We have several projects I'm going to tell you about, like in Tanzania. Thank you, Joseph Gimonch. I was supposed to call his name. In Tanzania, they hunt albino children for their limbs because they think there is magic in them. They cut them off, they chop them off, the arms and legs, and kill these poor, unfortunate children that already suffer from cancer because of their sensitive skin and eyes, out of superstition. So we are working, my foundation is working for money for these children to give them proper guards and proper food, and they already, I'm very proud of that, they eat vegetarian, I think even vegan. Okay, Pakistan, where children are being educated with very little means. It's unbelievable, and India. Their problem is hepatitis A, B, and C. They need vaccinations. Thank you, Mohammed Sabir, for starting that project there. Africa, India, Philippines, Liberia, we started there already. Mohammed Kimiko, thank you so much. These children all eat plant-based already. They are happy with veggies and rice, more than the kids in the West that have the latest iPhones, eat fast food, wear coats with fur collars and leather boots, are obese and still not happy. I've been approached by a colleague male singer from India that asked me to tell the people that since 2011 in this country, 100,000 children are missing and kidnapped, and 1.2 million children under 18 work in the sex industry. It's unbelievable. This all is the work of adults, and I'm ashamed to be one sometimes. But they were children once too. We were children once too. We all were. So, where did we go wrong? Where did we go wrong? I believe we must go to the root. Children are born innocent, all of them. But almost every child will derail when given the wrong upbringing, education, and information. It's very easy. Teach a child to love, and it will love. Teach a child to hate and to eat animals, and eventually, it definitely will. If we keep on treating animals and children like this, and don't stand up and fight for a change all together, because we are in this together, nothing will ever happen. Food should be one of the most important subjects in school, because it's the basic need of all life. So we should scream loud, louder. We are the ones. We know. We are the ones that are awoke. And we can do something about it. Maybe you think it's hard, that you are only just a drop. One drop, but never forget that many drops can make a roaring ocean. That's what I mean. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. I'm not ready. You may say I'm a dreamer, that's one that I already had, but I forgot one, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, united as one, we are the gentle warriors of the compassionate army, fighting for justice for the innocent and defenseless. I hope you enjoyed this speech. It was my first long one, and I really did my best. So, if you want, you can stand up and ask me questions and come with input, anything that will help bringing the mission to a better end or beginning. Just stand up and ask me, please. Anyone? Thank you. Because you know what I wanted to say, this is not my hour, it's ours. It's ours. So please, stand up and ask. Stand up and ask. Come. Come. Nobody wants to ask something? Is it that clear what I do? Come. Come.
Well, thank you very much. I very much like your approach with, targeting children, because I think that's the next generation. If you can, change the children within a generation, we can change the whole world. I'm wondering, we as animal rights activists, what do you think is most feasible for us to implement in our countries?
I think approach schools. It's so simple. Approach schools. It's one way is simple, of course, but the other way is hard because they're still in that thing that thinks that they should eat meat and dairy, and you have to get them out. They have to have a mind switch, and that's our task, I think, to go to schools. And one of the weapons that I use, and if you want, I can deliver you the books with him, because children like animals that are cute, and they like music, and I make music too. So that's my approach. So if you want me to help you with that, please give me your card, and we'll work together.
Okay. So just to understand what you do, at least in the Western world, because I think it's too far from us, to go to Tanzania. So you call up schools, and then you say if you can teach a lesson or perform, and then you give us, you speak there or you sing, or
but I also am ambassadors for that organization with 192 countries.
What is it? Because I did not.
Muda, it is an organization with all kinds of ambassadors that have all kinds of projects all over the world: water, children, food, you name it.
Do you have do you have a leaflet or anything for that? Do you have a leaflet or any regarding the organization? No.
Yes, I will give you later on.
Okay,
yes,
thank you very much.
I have. But that's it?
Yeah, that was, just to get more of an understanding of what you're exactly doing. Thank you.
Just come to me later on, and then we exchange addresses, and then I can hand you the book. And indeed, approach schools, try it, at least try it, and I experienced that they are willing to listen. They're willing to listen. It takes a little while, and what I said already, a mind change, but you can do it, Okay, guys, come on. Don't tell me I'm finished already. No. I tell them I have a foundation. for animals and children, and I would like to speak with them about healthy food. Healthy cruelty-free or plant-based food is better to approach people than vegan. I love the word vegan. I can say it 10 times, but we have to be smart. We have to be a little commercial and a little bit smart and approach them in a smart way. So I tell them, yes, we are a foundation and we want to talk to you about the lunches, about the children. And I already have one school in Holland that is willing to listen and is willing to try the program. So it takes a little effort, but it's worth it. Huh? It's worth it. Yes? Of course. Of course. I approach them kindly. I'm not getting angry, even though I want to. But no, I'm not getting angry. I just ask them to underbuild their argument, to say what they think, and I will answer. And I will answer with the same things that I just told you in the speech, like with B12, that it's not in meat but in the soil, and of course the protein. Broccoli has 3 times as much protein as meat, and I can show it to them in a book. And if they see it online or in a book, then they are willing to listen to it. It's a long way, but you have to try it. Okay? Yeah, you're welcome. Anyone?
In reference to the last question about parents, how can we educate parents in order to make their children, because they're often decision makers for their children?
I know a good story about that one. I have a friend. She was handing out flyers about the cruelty behind the fur industry. And one child came to her and he picked the flyer, he read it, and then his mother came out with a huge fur coat, and they talked together. My friend saw them talking together, and it was like, "Oh, mommy, why do you wear the fur coat?" And showed it to her. And then she took off the coat and threw it away, and she said, "Good Lord, I'm learning from my own child." So I think that could be a good one to approach the children, but you have to be very careful with that one. I do that already in a very gentle way, like what do you eat, and what does mommy say that in your food, and I try it very gentle. It's hard, because you cannot say just like that, "Do you know that meat, that there's a long way for the animal? Do you know that's an animal, by the way?" But I think still they have the right to know it. They have the right to know that there's cruelty in their food. Don't you agree? I think they have the right to know that, and it's a long way and how to do that, but I'm trying my way. So if everybody tries it their way, then we might head for a gentle world, but it might take a while. So, more questions? Yes? Physically? Attacked? No. Yeah? Yes. Yes, I understand. Yeah. I didn't experience that a lot yet, but I don't know why. I don't know why. But maybe it's the approach, I try to first start about vitamins and about their health and about fast food. Because lots of parents already know nowadays that fast food is poison. Thank God. And if you try to approach them first with fast food and tell them what's in that, and then slowly go to the next subject and say, well, the same stuff what's in that is also in meat, like hormones, antibiotics, bacteria, all the rubbish that's in there. So parents think that their children should eat this to stay healthy, but it's just a lack of information and education, because if they really know and they're convinced that it's better to give their children plant-based food, and for God's sake organic also, because in normal food, air, soil and water so polluted that there is almost nothing in it. It's empty food, also vegetables. It's better to choose organic, because you will save the bill at the end from the hospital. Because really, it's so polluted. I made a whole study of it. And okay, but try a gentle approach and try to go around it a little bit. And if you hand out a flyer, they can read right away what you're standing behind and what you're going for. And that's the problem. Just, hi, could I talk to you about children and healthy food? And then they say, okay. And then you start to, do you give your children McDonald's sometimes? I have friends. They're not friends anymore, because I spoke to them about the first day that they went to with their child, I think it was 3 or 4, to the McDonald's on Facebook. We are so proud. First day at the Mac. And I was like, how blind can you be? Goodness, take off the blindfolds and try to get some information about good, healthy food for your child, because it's for his adult life the best, and for as a child. I hope you understand me a little bit. Okay, next question.
I understand you are working international. Is the big difference between America, Europe, or India?
Yes. India, for example, lots of people are already vegetarian, while at the other hand, the cruelty is immense in the leather industry there. How the cows and the animals are treated there for the leather industry goes beyond anything. So, but lots of people that are aware, many people are aware in India actually, and they give their children plant-based food. And America is a little bit more commercial than we are, and they see everything big, and they build it big. We in Europe, we're a little bit more modest, and it goes a little slower. But I was in Washington last month for the Animal Rights Conference, and it was big. It was big, and I think we should try to think a little more commercial too. You know, put artists in it, because there are artists now that are vegans, many of them, and we should use everything we can just to make this world a little bit better. Everything. You agree? No? Okay. Questions?
Now we were talking only about plant-based food.
Yes.
But we will also educate them about like zoos or circuses or like dolphinarium.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's in the beginning of my speech. Yes. That's one of my, oh yes, zoos, circuses.
How do the kids react?
I have friends. Well, I wrote a song for Sea Shepherd, Fly Little Angel. And it's about the dolphin. Also, of course, cute for children. It's about the white dolphin, the albino dolphin, Fly Little Angel. And it was released, and well, we have to see what it's going to be, but that's what I do. Write songs, sing songs, and educate the children, and use him as a weapon, and everything that I have, I will use to try to make this world a little bit better. Did I answer your question like that? Or who was it that asked? Oh, you, sorry. You want to ask more? No? Okay.
How do
Well, you know, as an artist, it's a lot easier to get in to places, and I use that, of course. I use that. So I write songs for children, for animals, for peace, and anything that helps, I will do it. I was at the United Nations last year in New York to introduce our children's school program, and they were like, I invented the wheel. Like, change the world, start with children. And it was like I invented the wheel again. And they were like, oh, you're right, because they were halfway or at the end, adults. And I say, no, start with children, it's better. So now we're registered at the United Nations, and I'm going to try to kick a few doors in there. And I was in their building, and I had dinner. And to my surprise, it was a perfectly vegan dinner. So I was very happy with that. Actually, the United Nations, I don't know if you guys know that, but the United Nations already say for years and years that the world leaders should educate their people that meat and dairy has to go from the plate because it's devastating for the environment. So the United Nations are already working on that, but it's not very known. Did you guys know that? No. Okay. Questions? Oh, we still have time. We still have time. No questions? The dolphins? Yes. Absolutely. Well, when I got him, they told me to give him, I don't know what the brand was, but what occurred to me that he threw up regularly and had a pain in his stomach because I knew at a certain moment when he had a certain, when he went into each other, how do you say that his stomach was aching. And throwing up and problems and getting thin and feeling bad. And it was more and more and more. And at a certain moment, I thought, well, let's try vegan. And I started to change a little from the meat to the vegan. It took me a couple of months. And as soon as it was completely vegan, I have food from the United States, from England, from Germany, everywhere. And in a couple of months, he started to gain weight and feel happy. He didn't throw up anymore, and now it's no problem anymore. He's completely healthy, and I'm very happy. I can give you the brands later on if you want. It's especially in the United States, you have Evolution. They have all kinds of different food, vegan food for cats and dogs, and they do a lot of other stuff too. They help veterinarians, and they educate, and yes. So come to me and I'll give you the address. Okay, guys.
I see much more shops who are busy with this,
Yes,
and in Germany especially.
it's booming. Guys, veganism is booming. It is fantastic, yes. Like in Washington, there were 1,000 more people than last year, this year. 1,000. Unbelievable. And the atmosphere was fantastic, like here. Like we have a goal, we have a mission together. We should, you know, if you do something alone, it's just one person. But if you unite, that is my mission, my goal. Let's unite all together, because we're unbreakable then. We have to unite. Do you agree? Yes? Are you willing to unite? Yes? Okay. I see it. Okay. What else? Oh yes, of course. Yes, of course. And you see the web shops coming up. All of them. It's incredible. Shoes, food, dog food, cat food, jewelry, everything. Clothes. Fantastic.
Do you mean that factories
Yes, I think because of internet and of social media, people are getting more aware of what is going on. You see one after another horrible video, and many times people complain like, "Do you have to show that?" Yes, I have to show that because I found out and became an activist because of those videos, because of those pictures. And I want other people to know it too. Same as you. You want other people to know it too, do you? So, okay. More questions? It's our hour, guys, not mine. It's our hour. Okay. We're finished? It's okay. It's okay for me, yes. Well, I wish you guys a fantastic conference. And I hope I will run into you and we can have another chat. Because from man to man, that's a little easier than standing behind a microphone. For me too. I'm a singer. Singing is like nothing for me. But I mean, speeching, whoa. That's a whole different story. But I hope you liked it. And I hope that we will head for a cruelty-free, healthy world for every living sentient being. Whether it's in a zoo, or whether it's in a circus or in the sea, because every day I post, whether it's a blue or a red cove day. I don't know if you guys know what that means. But Sea Shepherd and also the Dolphin Project, they are in Taiji in Japan now. Because every year, from September to March, there's the drive hunt. The drive hunt means they go with boats into the sea and with poles, they make a noise that scares the dolphins and they drive them into the cove. And then sometimes tens of them, sometimes more. They kill them in such a horrendous way you cannot imagine. Those animals suffer like crazy. And we try to stop it every year with signatures and with everything we have. But I post every day, whether it's a blue cove day, then it's they didn't find any dolphins, and a red cove day, we cry because they found dolphins and they slaughtered them. And that's what I wrote this song for, Fly Little Angel. Because the little angel flies to the sky and they cannot hurt him anymore, thank God. Because dolphins, I love dolphins. I love all animals, by the way. So I hope you have a fantastic conference further and a lot of fun with the other speakers. And I hope to see you again. Namaste. And bye-bye. Thank you.